LALECHELALECHE. Parity, not patriarchy, past, present, futures. Here's we are again, the Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's COCHRISTSZ. And very most specials more as ours Comingsz, very most Sooons, especially as our youngers, including DAYSZ, Rosa Essentially, all types of Edith, our young couples from Virginia, Lighting Lees, Vanessa Salia, and Harlem's Wesselyees, and lots more there, and all their mothers and aunts and mothers, including, of course, me's and Anna Marie's and Julia Marie's equals, and Amazing Graces, and lots more, and Georgine's, and lots more, more of the names, and especially of our great-grandmothers in just a few moments. So essentially, but that's what we like to call ourselves, all of us, everyone's, including you, Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's COCHRISTSZ. And in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of Persian histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures in this contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as including ever young goddesses and gods. No, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and arroways, all the female and males, all the souls that God has created and incarnated, past, present, futures, shall be cans and shells be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contacts, forth heavens on this and all earths. Now, does that in any way suggest we're trying to usurp the ever-living's power and authority of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we knows and he has ever knowns, and shells ever knows, past, present, futures, all our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to go towards and appreciates. And so we said, Namaste, the divines of all, Greeks, the divines with the use and alls, and we said, Mika to your OLC, Mika to your COCHRISTSZ, we are all related. We are any's and alls and everyone's alls related, and because we know that we are all related, we shells and cans and shells come together, getting back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on the small earth. And we also says, of course, the elites within us greets the elites within yous and alls. Kong, Samaz, Paxis, Bahapaha, L'chaim, Shalom, Ubuntu, back and forth to medical counter these forth rings. Mir Pache, Sol Salam, Merci, Ciao, Shvantevags, Damastes, Chinquays, Sayanaras, Dasvadanyas, Cheerios, Good days, and all languages, all the already used languages and continents and beyond, including the planets, because space-time is not linear, so that we can all say, let's say, loves and lives ever young's longest, and prosper everyone's and alls, as Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's COCHRISTSZ, unto heavens on the small earths and contact. And because we know that we are all creators of star stuff, and because we are combining and integrating in our ways of loving and living and learnings, the ancient kindness and wisdom, ancient epochs, especially the very lengthy egalitarian Magdalenian era, and of course also especially Atlantis, also called as British Pleiades, Atlantides, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth to my leaves, Vortex, Vedics, Druidics, Celtics, and lots more. So we'd all be reborn, nativities, and always springs ever young adults. And therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as co-white calf bubble women's, co-changing women's, co-Iroquois, Scottish grandmothers, and their co-sister cousins, co-cousin brothers, nieces and nephews, and nieces of the clans and gens. And we call ourselves co-sky women's, co-sky women's, co-earth women's, co-spider women's, co-kachinas, co-katinas, co-alvish costeras, co-canyons, Buddhists, co-rishis, Jumayas, co-Zalshans, co-Kalki, co-Messiah, and co-Couszmic Chrisztz. Now, don't these names and others that intimidate you in ancient languages, they simply translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To bring together the divine feminines and divine masculines. And now as Couszmic Chrisztz for its divine democracies, heavens and the small earths in contact. And so, therefore, we also call ourselves other names, such as always Christmases, always Holy Nativities, females and males, always New Year's Holy Nativities, and always, of course, co-cupids, volunteering new times on sacred grounds, and co-cupids, and so co-psychics and neuroses, co-Stellarians and co-Easterlians, that is co-Astralians and co-Easterlians, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is the 50-50 promise, fulfilled and delivered with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equally. All the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, and connecting them to their ancient heritages, all the Magdalens and Nazarenes, all the Galileans, all the apostles' family communities and families, connecting them to the ancient heritages, of course, of Atlantis, also called Hesperides, Pleiades, and Latidis, Thrace, Ubuntu, BACK&FORTHSZINCIRCELLESZ, Celtics, and Moors. So we will all be reborn. The nativities and always risen springs of young adults, of a very real stargates, Atlantis, and all holy lands and sacred earth's riches. And the last that shall be first come first teams of very real stargate, Star Trek, Party, Peace, Cultures, France, Understar Earth. That sounds like a daunting task to call currently open the stargates, and the Akashic records for reborn sinners and humanities. But it's actually easily accomplished via the New Moon Golden Rule, which you can read for 50/50 now. That it worked with stuff, comment, just text, read the 11 steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us and ourselves. And you also see a page on the website called Among the Representatives. Use, because you use twos, shells and cans and shells, runs is becoming Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General, goes for us. You can see our next pictures there in yours too. We have our family trees and yours represented by picture frames. We start genealogically, first with our great and grandmothers, and then equally, of course, all the Shekitas of our family, then currently is. So, essential for starting fresh, Allah has and Elohim's, all these circles, females and males, always present, next generations. And so we'll say 7 and 8, and say all of them will say 7, and we have Juganose, and Queen Esther, and all the Iroquois, Goddess clan-mothers, and very close to Shikadis, Kokas, brothers, and nieces, and nephews, and nieces, and young couples of the clans and gens. And of course we have and then more recently, Barbara Herschel, Lydia Sansa, Virginia, Angelina Newtons, and Lydia Newtons, and of course, we have our co-white couple from Murder, Tree, and Parole, and especially Matt Patricia, son of Wars, and equally to Martha from Myrtles and Sophia, and Anime Seeker go to the Crickets of Loyalies, and Laura's House Burger. We have our Ubuntu families, our amazing graces, Lillian Gaelas, Gloggies, and Mabels, and Sissies, and Josephine Sedan's, lots more there, and our Lights families, Bonnie and Silver's, lots more there, and we have our Astorian families, Olsen's, lots more there, our Ranch White, Nearest Her Branches of Hearts, our Ranch White and Gleason Marians, Galileans, Magdalens, and Nazarenes, especially, Australian, Libertina, Australian, Equis, Australian, Radiant, Time Love, Surfam, Claire, Jubilee, and Brett, and Risen Rose, from Maria, Republic, other Grace, Georges, Teach Millers, Moffat, Shirley, and Elena, Leon, and Jenny of Guy, and Rick Russell, Hyde, Stargates, Barbara, Tempest, all these guys, and Julian's band, those families, Esther's, Rachel, Henry's, and Julia, Ezekiel's, Jennifer's, Ryan's, and Georgina, that are young, Abel's, and Rose's, and George's, Earth, and Lee's, others are going to need stakes and a summer's party, our writing leads, Sally, and Highlands of his Wesley's, our House of Grand Leon, Ross, Benjamin, and John's, Blessed Bows, and most are coming, always related tuned, Parity, not patriarchy, every